When we talk about the huge environmental problem of plastics in our waterways, we usually think of oceans. But you may be surprised to know that the issue is also very serious right in our own backyard. Statistics show that 10,000 tons of plastics wind up in Lake Ontario and the rest of the Great Lakes every year. And the city wants to do more to try to reduce that. The Public Works and Infrastructure Committee passed a number of motions yesterday after hearing deputations from environmental groups, which included many pictures illustrating the extent of the problem.
Disturbing images of what is happening on Toronto's beaches. All of that ends up in the lake and then eventually the ocean. So we have to play a much bigger role and take responsibility for this. This is completely unacceptable.
The city took the first steps to banning plastic straws, as well as coming up with a potential process for reducing and or eliminating single-use items such as takeout containers and other plastics. Imposing fees on their use is one idea. The Toronto Environmental Alliance says 89% of the pollution found on our beaches is plastic waste, which pollutes water and hurts wildlife. A lot of this is litter, but T says it goes further than that.
We've got to look at the responsibility of people to handle that waste properly, but also the companies that are profiting by pushing that disposable packaging on us.
Yes.
And they have the power to redesign their packaging or to offer us alternatives or to offer us reusables.
GreenShift is the first company in Canada to produce fully compostable and biodegradable containers. Straws made of petroleum-free plastic, environmentally friendly, non-toxic takeout containers, cups, plates, bowls, and cutlery. And Jennifer Wright says there is more and more interest in these sorts of products.
Every year we are growing by 10–15%.
But of course there is an added cost to being environmentally responsible. For example, these containers made primarily from sugarcane work out to about $36 for 200 or 18 cents each, compared to under $20 for 200 polystyrene containers about the same size, which we found on the internet. But Wright points out that it's only about 9 cents more per unit, a cost that should be fairly easy to absorb. Would you like to see the city ban plastic containers?
I would love that. I think that would be absolutely the best thing. As long as there will be that cheap alternative, it becomes hard for companies to compete because they're trying to do the right thing, but there's always somebody that's going to say, well, I'm going to go here instead because it's cheaper.
Public Works and Infrastructure is hoping to move quickly. These motions will be debated at the next City Council meeting in 2 weeks with the intention of holding public consultations in the fall. Then the vote will be held at the first meeting of the new City Council coming up in January. I'm Pam Seidel, City News.